EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us in the Hoosier State at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. First and 10. Throwing to begin is Richardson. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
On the ground for the first time, here comes Jonathan Taylor. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Jalen Petrie up to make the tackle. Second down and 8. Out of shotgun, Richardson. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target, and I don't think it's going to be his last.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Richardson will give it to Taylor. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. From the gun, Richardson. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Let's go. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. The motion man is Sanders. They go right back to Taylor. And he'll get this close to a 1st down. Gets about 7, maybe a yard short of the 1st down. Ninth play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on 3rd down. Here's Richardson. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Anthony Richardson, touchdown Indianapolis. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Oh, what an unforced error at an untimely moment. The game, but then the kickoff out of bounds, and the ball comes out to the 40-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll give it to Garendo. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. One of the tight ends motions right. Throwing on 2nd down. Stroud. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's in! Isaac Garendo. Touchdown, Texans. Touchdown number 15 for him on the season.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and And you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
In what's clearly become a passing league, Mike, if you're not actively rushing the passer, you have to be able to hold up in coverage, and that's especially true at the linebacker position. Great job here getting in those passing lanes and being able to break up that ball.
He'll gain 3 out of this, up to the 23. They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down. Richardson to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Texans first down.
Thank you, Texans. Why, Tony.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. A run with Garenda. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
Here we go.
2nd and 7.
Thank you, Texans.
Now a give on the ground. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage. And that is it.
In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here. His ability to get back there, make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Stroud to throw. He's got it at the 3. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Scott now on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw. Richardson. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
That'll be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. That's Juju Brents in on the tackle. They face second down and 7.
Right. 11. Red. Look to high.
They'll run. Here's Garendo. Oh, big hole left side. The speed on display. He's in. Isaac Garendo. Touchdown, Texans. 2 touchdowns for him in the game. And 60 on the year. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Scott now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll motion over Pierce. On first down, it's Richardson. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. And he is just going to waltz his way in. The pick 6. A touchdown for the defense. Extra point attempt still to come. He's got it. And the Texans add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Scott now on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Richardson to throw it here on first down. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
That is not the way. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down.
60 Eagles.
Now Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Throwing is Richardson. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. It's the safety, Jalen Petrie. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. And they extend the lead. The defense joining the party. A pick six for a touchdown. Greg, they are extending this lead out.
Yeah, now you've just seen both sides just make their impact felt here in the first half. The offense has done their part, and now it's the defense that is able to capitalize on the turnover and take it all the way back for the pick six.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Scott now on the return. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Here's Richardson. Oh, he puts another ball up for grabs, and this one's also intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
Here we go.
It's 1st down, and they'll run. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Terrell Bernard, they're on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Stroud. Quick throw here is complete. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
All right. South, south, south.
From the gun, here's Stroud. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he puts his head down, and he picks up the 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Up the middle they go. And he'll get this inside the 20. A nice run. They're in the red zone. It's 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They'll turn and hand this one off. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
On the quick, right?
Gray brought in motion.
19 Texas.
On the handoff, it's Garendo. And he's close to the 1st down. gets 4 yards on the gain, but it will bring up third down. Third and a yard. One more time, it's Guerrero. And the Texans are going to have a first and goal coming up as they find a way to convert on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run this one in. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards. From back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
They'll go with him again. And he's got another one. Isaac Guerrero. Touchdown, Houston. Touchdown number 17 for him on the year. And his 3rd of this game. Now, the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Texans add on to their already sizable lead. Closing seconds of this first half, and this kickoff is away. Scott now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80.
Richardson. And this one is caught by Pierce. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. So we've reached halftime here in our Thursday Nighter to start the new NFL week. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach. Thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches. That's for sure. As we get set for half number 2.
Chad Ryland to kick off.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. On 1st down, here's Guerrero. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
Here we go.
They'll go again with Guerrero. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good gain.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
All right.
Campbell will be the man in motion. On the toss, they'll run. 16-yard pickup on that one. It's good for a Texans first down.
With this guy's athleticism, Mike, you can see why they love getting him out into open space. And the toss is one of the quickest and easiest ways to do it. And anytime his guys on the outside hit their blocks and spring them, he can get to the second level in a hurry.
A handoff here, up the middle, and good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Here comes Garendo. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. It gets them down to the 6.
All right.
Here's a run. Only a yard there. Tackle made at the 5. Here comes 2nd and goal. Gray brought in motion. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. Hard running, close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. Looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
They'll run. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Texans. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Scott now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Go! Go!
Out of the shotgun, Richardson. That is caught downfield by Pierce. On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less.
Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. It's the safety, Jalen Petrie.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They try again. It's 2nd and 10. A run with Garendo. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
On 3rd down, here's Garendo. That is not going to work at all. He'll manage to only get back to the line of scrimmage very short of the first down. Fourth down coming up. A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line.
Let's go now. Ready.
Off the play fake, it's Richardson. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
Nike 18. Here we go. Set. Ready.
From the gun, Richardson. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down. On the ground, it's Garenda. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. They'll give it to Garenda. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
All right.
They'll run. Here's Garenda. And he'll get about 5. Up the middle they go. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play. Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground.
You can always tell what a team's decision will be on 4th down, Mike, based on what they do on 3rd down. In this case, unfortunately, they didn't get enough yards on the ground to make that 4th down more manageable. So I think they have to reconsider whether they go for it here.
The Texans getting all set to punt, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And that one had too much behind it. It's into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Richardson. Off he goes.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Oh, what a throw. Slinging it across his body and complete.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Richardson. He'll get rid of it and complete it. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
I hope we all appreciate just how difficult it is to throw the ball that well while on the run. And the way they teach it, Mike, is kind of cool. They actually teach the quarterback to disconnect your upper body from your lower body. Just keep your feet moving, and however your arm times up, just let it rip. And he does it about as well as you can ask.
They'll go play action. It's Richardson. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, Colts. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Extra point now by Ryland. Oh, look at this. It's a fake. And this is not going to come close to fooling anyone. Hard to believe they thought that would work. It didn't, and they get nothing on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game. You can see the running back. He's waiting patiently for that cutback lane to open, and it just never did. Great job by the defense continuing to string that play out sideways, and they're able to take him down for a loss.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they get 5 on 3rd and 2.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Texans.
Oh, ready?
One more time, it's Guerrero. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. A handoff as they try to run it here. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert on 3rd and 1. 13 yards on that one. Move the sticks. It's a first down. The defense still has 3 timeouts. We'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee. Back up to the 3. It's 2nd and goal. The defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes.
Here we go. Don't worry.
Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
Here's 1st and 10. Stroud down to a knee. And that should put the finishing touches on this one.
Here we go.
So it's a win for the visiting Texans. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. Have a chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Indianapolis.